time now for our children's message. Now we have a few kids here this morning and hopefully some online as well. Good morning. So I confess I was a little concerned about this scripture lesson because it seems to imply that it's okay to eat without washing your hands. And if you've been to kids' night out, what do? We wash our hands before we eat our pizza. And it's also good to, wash hands before you prepare food for other people or, and washing your dishes and your bedding, all those things that are mentioned. Yeah, I was a little concerned. But here's the thing. That's really only the surface level of this scripture lesson, because it's really not so much about who's washing their hands and who's not. It's not really about hygiene. It's really about how are we open to new ways of doing things? How are we open to new people? How are we focusing our worship and our relationship with God on those things that really bring us together and bring us deeper in our relationship with God and with one another? And there was a little nitpicking going on between some folks, some Pharisees and Jesus' disciples, and it wasn't really drawing them together into deeper worship. And so I think that's really what the problem here was, not so much who's washing their hands and who's not, and I'm just going to go on record and say hand washing is a good thing. But here's the thing. As we start a new school year, that's part of life, is meeting new people, meeting new teachers, trying new things, maybe joining new clubs or teams, or learning a new instrument, or studying a new subject that you've never studied before. And sometimes new things are a little scary. Sometimes new things are a little challenging. Sometimes we're not so sure about it, and maybe we tried viola and it was really just not a good fit at all. Yeah, like really not a good fit. My poor mother probably needed earplugs. Okay. Then I tried the flute and that was a better fit. So, as you go into this new school year, as you're getting your bearings and you're trying some new things, I wanted to encourage you to keep an open heart and mind as you encounter these new ideas and new people. And remember that part of our relationship with God is trusting that God is with us as we try those new things too. And God is opening our hearts to new experiences of God's love in all sorts of ways every day. And so I actually think when you live that way, it makes life way more interesting and way more fun. And so that's why I want to encourage you as we're heading into this new school year today, and you're getting your feet wet. So remember that God's blessings go with you, and may God guide you each and every day of your life.